Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 23rd episode of the 7th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for the link in the description below. Just click on it, put a password in, and enjoy. So last episode, May the 4th be with you. Yes, it was celebrating Star Wars Day, but there was a bit of a down. There's a bit of an upsetting patch on the day because Professor Proton, yes, has sadly passed away. It's his funeral, and, you know, Sheldon decided not to go. He was saying there's no point in mourning people that have already gone, and obviously Penny and Leonard thought differently. You know, they were trying to celebrate the impact that they had on, you know, their lives, and they actually attended the funeral, and Penny expressed it was the first person that she's ever gone to a funeral to. It's kind of sad, but she enjoyed it at the same time, and, you know, it's good when people get a good turnout. It really is. And obviously, you know, Sheldon, he's kind of had conflicted feelings. You know, he didn't really end up sitting there watching all the Star Wars movies at the intended time with the guys because he kind of, I don't know, lashed out and stormed off and went and sulked in his room, and then he started dreaming, and Professor Proton was in his dream dressed as Star Wars, like in, well, the outfits, and he was loads of references, and I feel like he was just stuck in between, you know, whether he should have gone or whether he should have stayed, and you know, he kind of like played with both blends, and you know, had Professor Proton in and around the whole episode. So, you know, it was kind of an interesting one. The girls thought they got out of it as well by baking them a cake, and they thought that, you know, if they do that and made a Death Star cake, that, you know, by the time it's finished, all the films would have, and he wouldn't have had to sit down and take part in watching them. But it turns out, obviously, because Sheldon had his little moment in a day and he had his nap, and, you know, when he woke up, he wanted to start it again. So when they brought a Death Star cake, they was just starting it from the beginning, so they had to sit down and chill and watch it as well. So unlucky for them. But that is going to wrap up today's intro. If you do enjoy today's episode, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
You're doing great.
Thanks for lifting my spirits. Next time, try lifting the box.
I don't need a treadmill.
The doctor says you need to get exercise. Crushing my will to live is an exercise.
He set it up in Howie's old room.
Do you know how to set it up?
Okay, give me.
Yeah, I was going to say he's going to let go.
I told you this thing would kill me.
Poor Mrs. Wolowitz.
Should we do something for her?
Let's go see the new Spider-Man movie.
We're talking about your friend's mother. She got hurt.
I thought that subject had run its course, so I changed it.
How are things on the set?
Pretty good, actually. I decided instead of complaining about it, I'm just gonna go in every day and give it my all. Be the best bisexual go-go dancer, slowly transforming into a killer gorilla anyone's ever seen.
I don't know. The bisexual gorilla go-go dancer in Schindler's List is tough to beat.
A gorilla go-go dancer of any sexual preference would be out of place in a film about the Holocaust.
It only gets funnier when you explain it, Sheldon.
I know.
We should get one of those machines to help her up the stairs.
You mean a forklift? Ernie, she's gonna be off her feet for 6 to 8 weeks. Are you prepared to feed her, wash her, and take her to the toilet?
I'm not crazy about the idea, but what other choice do we have?
We get a nurse.
Stranger to take care of the woman who raised you? That's so cruel.
Not if we pay them well and let them listen to the music of their homeland. Would you like me to play some Polish music while you carry her to the toilet?
Thanks for coming with me.
Thanks for inviting me after everyone else said no. Are you gonna get 3D glasses?
No sense in risking bridge of nose herpes. Until they invent nose condoms, I'm not finding out.
This is Emily.
Oh, yes, you're the dermatologist. I went for a walk yesterday without sunscreen. Do you see anything on my forehead that I should be concerned about?
Are you here alone?
No, not really.
What do you mean, not really? Hey, should we get our seats?
Yeah. It was nice seeing you.
He was seeing other people.
That was awkward, right?
Uh-huh.
Is it because she's dating you but was out with that other fellow? Good, I thought she saw something on my forehead.
It's all like Raj was open and honest with her. Do you know what I mean? Like, if she actually comes back and sits down with Raj and says, look, you know what I mean? Like, we're not official, and I don't know where this is going. It's decent, and I'm enjoying it. But also, I've got other people that are obviously interested in as well, and I'm just feeling it out the way you and Lucy was, and you was honest with me, and I'll be honest with you. I want to see you more, but hopefully, you know, this doesn't really put us off and end things because it's kind of going well. Do you know what I mean? You can't have double standards. You can't do something and hope that they're forgiving or they're understanding and then be upset if somebody else is doing the same thing that you was. So, I mean, knowing Raj, obviously, is an emotional guy. He might actually be really upset, but we'll see how it goes.
I swear I will find a way to turn you back.
What gave you the right to mix my DNA with that of a killer gorilla? Life? What life? Look at me, I'm a monster. And now I have blood on my hands. Or Pause. I don't know.
I love you.
Love you too. But I'm afraid I love killing more.
And cut.
I think I could do it better.
Let's just move on. No one cares.
Well, I care. I mean, look, if we're gonna do this, why not try and make it something we're actually proud of?
Look, sweetie, this movie is garbage, but you should be happy about that, because if it was a good movie, you wouldn't be in it.
That's well
Hang on
tight.
there. There's no need to insult her.
And who are you?
I'm her boyfriend.
Isn't she too hot for you?
A little, yeah.
You can get off my set too. You're fired.
What? You can't fire me. I'm the star. I'm the girl that goes bananas. It says so on the poster.
The star of the movie is whoever wears this.
If you're gonna fire her, then you have to fire me too.
Wow, that fell apart really fast.
Yeah, I'm not being funny, but like, do they not get the money anyway? You know, if they're filming scenes now without them, is that not just like having a stunt double? Pretty sure they do that in every film. Do you know what I mean? If you look at, is it a film just come out recently or something called Fall Guy or something with Ryan Gosling in? I'm pretty sure that he might do his stunts himself, but let's just say he acts the whole film, and then when all the crazy stunts happen, somebody else will just pop in. That'd be the same as these. They only ever use the stars when they have to get headshots. If not, they could use other people, save money that way. So, you know, if they are fired from the film, it's still them acting, so they should still get the paycheck anyway. Well, I think so anyway.
Sit in that theater for 2 hours wondering about Emily and that guy.
Oh, quite all right. After my forehead melanoma scare, I've learned not to sweat the small stuff. You're upset about Emily and you're Indian. I need to make you chai tea. Do you happen to have any on you?
Sorry, I left them in my turban.
Why are you so upset about seeing Emily with another man?
Wouldn't you be upset if you saw Amy out with someone else?
Can't happen. We have an ironclad relationship agreement, which precludes her from physical contact with anyone other than me.
We never agreed to be exclusive to each other.
Have you had intercourse?
No.
Well, stick to your guns. There'll be a lot of pressure.
It's like the world's fattest cuckoo clock.
You know, you're always talking about having a baby someday. This is exactly what it's gonna be like. We're even waiting for the day when she can finally walk on her own. I'm just telling you now, if we do have kids, don't expect me to do all the work.
You know, the only thing worse than doing a movie where they glue monkey hair to your ass is getting fired from a movie where they glue monkey hair to your ass.
Penny, it's not about being famous. It's about the art. It's about the passion we have for our craft. I have an audition for Sharknado 2. If I book this, I'm totally gonna pay you back for this beer.
Did I not say Sharknado before? Like, there's like 4 of them in a couple of episodes back.
What am I doing with my life?
And you were so good in the TV commercial.
It was for hemorrhoid cream.
So what? It's a
And I
TV
got
commercial.
itchy and swollen just watching you. Come on. How can you be sad when you're going home with all 5'6" of this?
I don't understand it. I'm a nice guy. Don't women want to be with me?
Interesting question. Good night.
He always does that. Is it 10 o'clock or
Don't
something?
send me home. I can't be alone right now.
That's your problem. You can't be alone. How many women have you had dates with?
11.
How many of those women did you think would become your perfect companion?
11.
11.
Now do you see the problem?
Look, I do get what you're saying. Instead of desperately clinging to any woman who'll go out with me, I need to work on my fear of being alone.
Howie, I'm back!
Took you so long. The grocery store's a few blocks away.
They only had regular yogurt. I had to go to a different store to get the extra fat kind your mom liked.
Why do I smell coffee on your breath?
Killing myself here!
Well, whose fault is that? I wanted to get a nurse, but you were all, I'm nice, I want you to
I'm glad I got that mocha. And you know what else I'm glad about? I bought you a brownie and I ate it in the car!
I knew it. The thing is, though, he is right. I don't feel like there was anything wrong with actually getting somebody in. If she needs, like, assistance for all day, every day for the next couple of weeks, then what harm is it to get a professional in to give her, you know what I mean, the service that she needs? You know, you can't wait hand and foot on her, and you won't have a social life, would you? And do you know what I mean? You can see already how Stressy and Aggie, they both get in with each other after a day or so. So, you know, I feel like the best thing would be to draft somebody in on a temporary basis, but his impressions are good. Like, I mean, that doesn't exactly sound like Bernadette, but, like, let's be honest, you all know it's Bernadette that he's doing, which makes it hilarious. You know what I mean? I remember him, I think the last time he done that was when he was he dressed as Smurfs, and like he was moaning that obviously she was saying something about him. That was funny as well. And obviously again here, every time it does an impression, it just makes you laugh.
Hey,
Thanks for letting me come over.
of course, please, come in.
The guy I was with did my last tattoo, and he's been asking me out for months. I finally said yes just to get it over with.
Freaked me out a little, but That's my issue, not yours.
If I saw you out with another woman, I'd be pretty upset. So you know, I'm not seeing anyone else.
Well, me neither. You have tattoos?
Yeah.
I don't. So, how many tattoos?
One on my shoulder, one not on my shoulder, and one really not on my shoulder. How about you show me your piercing and I show you my tattoo?
Mate, I'm happy for Ride so far, honestly, I really am.
But before I take my shirt off, I just need like 10 minutes to do some crunches.
Oh my God. What a day. I need to start making some smart decisions
With your career?
with my life. We could get married.
I feel like they might be serious this time.
Why? Because I'm a smart decision?
Point is, I'm choosing you.
No, it matters a lot. I don't want to be a bran muffin.
Sweetie, you can be any pastry you want.
No, it's too late. I'm your bran muffin, probably fat-free and good for your colon.
Getting fired from that movie was the best thing that could have happened to me, okay? I finally realized I don't need to be famous or have some big career to be happy.
Then what do you need?
You stupid Pop-Tart!
Then I guess I'm in.
Really? You guess you're in?
Not like, I guess I'm in. Like, I guess I'm in. So is that it? Are we engaged?
Oh, has he got one?
Where did you get a ring?
I had it for a couple of years. Not important. Will you marry me?
That was actually really good from Leonard there. You know, I mean, he didn't really do anything out of the ordinary. He just did a normal proposal, but it was like the surprise of having the ring. And to be honest, it fits Leonard, doesn't it? I bet he's had that for time.
This night was a little rough, but I think we're gonna get through this.
Where's my pancakes? Coming, Mrs. Wolowitz.
Hey.
You're right.
Welcome to Team Putz.
The thing is, right, the intention is, it's all about the intention. You have good intentions, then you can't really moan, can you? The fact is, if you was willing to help and support the family, then that's all it takes, you know what I mean? It's the thought that counts. But at the end of the day, you got to make life easy for you. And it's like, you know, if you lived in a big house, would you want to go around cleaning it all of the time, spending most of your time doing that? Or if you could afford to, would you just rather hire a cleaner in? And then you can offset the time and do stuff to yourself, and you know what I mean, and how you want to spend it, and let somebody else deal with that situation. And it's the same here. Do you know what I mean? Howard loves his mum. Well, it's like a love-hate. He always shouts at her, but he does love her, really. And the fact is, if he can afford somebody to take professional medical care of her compared to himself, and also free up his own time to chill with Bernadette, then why would you not do that? Do you know what I mean? So I don't blame him. He chose the right decision there. And, you know, I know that it's episode 23, so I'm thinking that this is the second to last episode of the season. We've just got an engagement. It's literally out of the blue. It's unexpected. Probably the best way an engagement should be, to be honest. You know, unexpected. But I would have thought we may have dedicated a whole episode to it. To be honest, it's just literally been stuck in the middle of like a random episode. It's not random, but do you know what I mean? Like, there was no build up, it's nothing. They kind of hinted at it a few times, to be honest, this season. Should we get married? Should we get married? And they've always been rejected. I think even last episode, she done 2 fake proposals and he rejected her twice in Professor Proton's, you know, funeral. And then in today's episode, she proposed and then he's proposed, you know. It's about time it's done. I mean, we never really got to see the bachelorette side of the party when Bernadette got engaged, and it was kind of rushed, even though it was a great wedding, to be honest. I actually really enjoyed it. The visuals was good. You know, they were saying the satellite was over for Google and stuff like that, and it was all set up really nice, and it worked out well. But maybe we see a longer, more prepared, kind of drawn-out marriage, like, do you know what I mean? Wedding and all that stuff in the next season, because to me, like you say, everything that goes with it can be an episode. Bachelor party, again, bachelorette party, there's 2. You know, you can have a wedding, pre-wedding ceremony, you can have the wedding, you can have the honeymoon, you know what I mean? Like, there's 5 episodes that is just literally just pulled out of thin air, and you know what I mean? That's nearly a quarter of the season done. So it'd be interesting to see what they do. I'm excited for them. Hopefully they have a great wedding, to be honest. I always wanted these 2 to be together, not because I'm like, champion, yeah. But, like, the fact is, he never had a reason to break up, I thought, in the first place. So now that they've actually together, I'm going to get married, I'm excited for it. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So, wedding, again. Penny, and Leonard engaged. You love to see it. I mean, it's really surprising actually that he had a ring in his wallet, even though it's not surprising because you should expect it because that's the type of person that Leonard is, and he probably bought it the day he met Penny, to be honest, and he's always waited for that opportunity, do you know what I mean? And, you know, it's interesting that, you know, unexpectedly she proposed to him, and then obviously he's got down on one knee and said, look, I propose to you. And the good stuff is, you know, Penny's been through ups and downs recently, and she's realised that, you know, not everything is going to go perfect. Not everything is going to go the way you want. And sometimes you don't have to be chasing your dreams to be happy. You know what I mean? And like, she's figured out that Leonard is the person that she's most happy with. And, you know, she's always wanted to be this actress. And even though it's not going great and it's obviously stalling and stopping and starting, the person that's consistently in her life making her happy, supporting her, is always there for his Leonard. You know, if you look at a couple of episodes back, even though he wasn't really happy that she's quit a job to go full-time acting when she's got things and bills to pay, he still supported her and bought her a car after hers broke so that she could still continue going to auditions. When she got this offer and she rejected it, he was saying, look, it might not be the greatest movie part of all time, but the fact is sometimes you got to take small stepping stones to get to where your end result is supposed to be. And, you know, I think that you should do it because you never know where it's going to lead you. And then you look at today's episode that she's there, she's acting, he knows all the lines, he's saying it with her as she's doing it, he's supporting her. And then when somebody actually, you know, disrespects her, he's there and he's backing her up and standing by her. So I think he's a great boyfriend. He's always supporting her in everything that she does. I mean, sometimes he goes in too deep where he starts making her feel, I won't say insecure, but I don't know, overthinking things and bad for like when she wants to start studying at college and just putting herself through a class, and then he's going hardcore deep, reading it, writing it, trying to make her better. You know, he's thinking about 4-year plans and how she can get this and that. And that's only coming from a place of love. Let's be honest. Like, you know, you're not going to tell somebody that and then they just go into that much depth and potential for you if they don't actually care about your well-being. So, like, I'm really happy that these guys are together. I think that the wedding could actually be really, really good. Penny loves a drink. Leonard just goes with it. It could be a great big old party. You know what I mean? I think you see the start of this season as well when he was on the ship, was it? Or the last season? I can't remember now. When he was doing his voyage or whatnot and he was just partying all the time. You know what I mean? Like, he does love it. And I think what Stuart said about these two as well, that they make it. Mate, there's been loads of hints, really, if you think about it, across the season. Even in the Raj episode when he set up a game and Stuart was on the floor and he was like, the best couple I know is those guys, Leonard and Penny. And he was the other two, Amy and Sheldon, obviously, and Bernadette and Howard was like, what are you talking about? And then he just obviously expressed all the good stuff about them and how they kind of blend into one person and make each other better. And I was like, that was decent. It was really nice what he said. And then if you think of all the little seeds going through it, I'm not even shocked, to be honest. So I'm really happy for them. Can't wait for the wedding. Can't wait for next season. I still think there's one episode left, so who knows how it's going to happen. If there is an episode, one more left, then I wouldn't even put it past this show to just go, boom, wedding. Like, sometimes they actually do that, don't they? So I'm excited to find out now. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.